So let us start the session. Any query on the previous dynamic SQL queries? In the last session, we have seen about dynamic SQL query, how to form a query using a string and execute. People are comfortable with that? Right. Now let us go to the next concept. So let us go to the next concept. In the next concept, we are going to see how to define in, like, and parent to child, child to parent SQL query. We are going to understand how to write in class, parent to child, child to parent SQL query. Now, look at the font. We are going to write like operator. So here we have where field name like when do you use this like operator? Only when you want to compare the value with the string. When you want to compare the string values, only when you want to compare the string values, we use like operator. Only when you want to use the string values, we go with the like operator. Here we have star. Here we have percentage symbol, underscore symbol. Underscore will refer to one character. Underscore will refer to one character. Underscore will refer to one character. I get told name like so. It can start with anything but followed by star. Underscore. The first character can be anything. When I say underscore, the first character can be anything. Underscore to accept any character. I am giving name like now. The second character can be anything. Underscore will refer to one character. Underscore will refer to one character. Underscore will refer to one character. Then we have percentage. I give name like S percentage. Anything that starts with S. Anything that starts with S. Percentage is followed by anything. Now anything that starts with S. Anything that starts with S. Okay. Write the condition. Okay. Write a query to fetch all the accounts whose name start with Now, write these 5 queries. say fetch all the accounts whose name contain the given value. May start or end or may contain. So when I enter the data and click on go, it should be, it can start or it can anywhere or it can contain. So how to form this? How to form this? Let us go to the example. Public string. Fetch data. Query equal to where name like, it should start with a single quote slash single quote, okay, slash single quote, percentage plus search text plus percentage slash. Now we are going to write here. It is like slash single quote means single quote, percentage. If I give ABC plus percentage slash single quote will give you single quote. So what does it mean? Get me all the data where name contains ABC. Right? Are you clear about this? Then we are going to execute. Is that query was clear for everyone? Query was clear for everyone? Public. Then I'm giving here. Database.com. Now let's see this. From the query, value equal to we have here. This is what we have given. What I was supposed to do? Display the data. Apex data table. Value equal to accounts. Value equal to A. Self padding with then rules, rows, then have rendered So data table value var cell padding with the rules. Dot industry. A dot is a regular text block table, regular data table. There's nothing new we are trying to create. So whatever the data I feature here, name, industry, rating. One more I can go, phone number. Because it's a data table, we don't get a heading. Because it's a data table, the column heading will not come. We are supposed to do header value equal to. Right. This is how we have created. Have a preview of this. So when you go with United search, the data whose name contains United. Let me give you oil. The same data is coming. Right, boss? I hope you are good with this. The name contains. We are searching the data based on the name. Now it contains A. Contains A. Now why you are forming a dynamic circle query? Because I am not sure what is the variable you are going to do. Now, like is not like this. Previously we gave like this. Name equal to colon ACC name. But like we have to give within the single quotes. Like I have to give within the single quote. Whatever the name I am entering, I have to put within the single quotes. There is a reason I cannot form a static query. I have to form the query like a string only. Because I have to put this within a single quote. I have to put this within a single quote. Whatever the value we are giving, that value I have to put within the. I have to append within this. So if you want to append any value, it is not possible with the static. The static straight away I can give the value, but I cannot append the value between the single quotes. That is the reason I have taken a query like a string. Then I enter. I hope you are good with this. I hope people have followed this requirement. Clear? Fetching the data which contains the given search text. Fetching the data which contains the given text. Okay. Let's go to the next one. We are going to use in class. What is the purpose of in and how we are going to use it? In. We are fetching the data of in. So go back. Now, if I look at in, I am writing here where name equal to Ravi or name equal to Kiran or name equal to. Now I am saying where name equal to Ravi, name equal to Kiran, name equal to Prasad. The same query I can write like this, where name in, the value of the name is in this group, Ravi or Kiran or Prasad. If the value of the name is in Ravi, Kiran, Prasad, same like above. In the above query, where name equal to Ravi or name equal to Kiran or name equal to Prasad. Name equal to Ravi, name equal to Kiran, name equal to Prasad. Where name equal to Ravi, name equal to Prasad, name equal to Kiran. The same thing I can give. Same thing I can give here. The same thing I can give here with. Same thing I can give here with. Same thing I can give here with name in Ravi, Kiran, Prasad. Right, boss? Suppose if I have list of things, because there are 3 I have given, but there are list of values, let us say 100 values are there. Then how do you give? Where, name, in, colon, right? If it is straight away I am giving, in I can give. If 3, 4 values, straight away I can give. But if you are not sure what are the values you want to give, you are fetching these values from some other logic. Then put those data in the list and say where, name, in, names. Are you getting my point? To support this operation, I'll give you. Look at the point. Write a SQL query to fetch all the account, their corresponding phone numbers. Accounts. Now write this query. Write a query to fetch all the accounts with their corresponding phone numbers. Put all the phone numbers in a separate list. Put all the phone numbers in the separate list. Put all the phone numbers in a separate list. Put all the phone numbers in a separate list. First complete step 1, step 2, step 3 will do it. Complete the step 1 and step 2, we'll do the step 3. Then list of account is equal to then we have list of for account A, and put all the names in a separate list. Phones dot add. What do I do? Now what did you do? You have written a SQL query, you fetched all the accounts, took all the phone numbers of the accounts in a separate list. Now my query is, write a SQL query all the contacts whose phone number is in. List. Write a SQL query to fetch. Write a SQL query to fetch. Write a SQL query to fetch all the contacts whose phone number is in the above list. list of contacts equal to select phone in where phone in phones. Now in that case, I don't know what phone numbers I'll be getting. I don't know what phone numbers I'm getting. So I am fetching all the phone numbers, putting them in a list. Then I told where phone number is in that list of phones. Is that was clear? Right. Right, boss. Then let us take next example here. Write a query to fetch all the email IDs of the leads whose lead source is write a query. All the contacts whose email in fetch all the contacts whose mails email in the above list. Completed. Then put all the emails separately. This is how we put it. Then what we are doing? Query to fetch all the contacts. Where email in. Where email in list of emails. Where email in list of emails. Is that clear? Right? I am writing a query, getting the data. Now, if it is a straight away 2, 3 values, I can give in value 1, value 2, value 3. But in this case, I am not sure what email IDs will be there in the list. When you are not sure, get the data, put them in a list, and fetch. Am I clear with this format? Now, similarly, now where look at the point. Listen carefully. List of accounts from. Listen carefully, boss. List of contacts. Select ID, last name. From contact where phone number in accounts. If it is list of records, you cannot compare with any other field other than ID. You cannot compare a field in list of records. Now look at the point. List of contacts where last name in accounts. List of contacts, select ID, last name, from contact where account ID. What type of field is this? ID field. What type of field is this? ID. This is a lookup field or a master detail field. It's for ID. In so if you are trying to compare ID field in list of record, if you are giving, if the variable is a list of record, variable is list of S object, we can only compare with the ID field. In the list of record, we can only compare with the ID field. You cannot compare with the whatever the field you want. If you want to compare with the phone, what should I do? Write a separate loop, get all the phone numbers, put them in a list. If you want to compare with the last name, write a separate list, take a separate list, then take all the names of the account, compare. Now, if you want to compare with ID, then only can give in list of S object. Are you getting my point here? Are you getting my point? Let me give you. If I want to compare with the phone numbers, list of account, which all the contacts whose email is in the what should I do then? List of string that we are doing. Email is dot add a dot Then write the query. List of contacts. Where? Email in. Because this is not an ID field. Whatever the field you want to compare, get the data in a separate list, make it. I cannot use email in accounts. Fetch all the contacts whose phone number is. Again, if I want to write this, what should I do? List of then I have put it. List of contacts equal to ID comma where phone in, where the phone number is in. Now fetch all the accounts, all the contacts whose account ID is in. Then in this case I can write contacts equal to select ID comma last name, first name from contact where account ID in. If it is ID field, straight away we can give list of. Is that was clear? If you want to compare with the ID, straight away in list of record. Apart from ID, if you want to compare with any other field, write a separate loop, take that particular field value, put them in a list, compare with this. Have you followed the requirement? Is that was clear? If you are comparing with the phone number, I will take all the phone numbers, put them in a list, compare with the list of phone number. If I want to compare with the email, write a separate loop, get the emails, put them in a separate list, compare with the email list, in email list. If you want to compare with the IDs, where account ID is in list of the records. Is that was clear for everyone? Clear for everyone, right? Everyone is good with this, right? Now, write the queries. Write a query to fetch all the accounts whose industry is write a query to fetch all those opportunities whose account ID in about list. Whose yes. Fetch all those accounts. All those accounts all the records owned by the users whose role is which were owned by. Start doing the first one. Then fetch the opportunities. Then write the query. Where account ID is in above list of accounts. Then complete the second one. Write a query to fetch the user whose first name is Wilson. How do you write a query? User where first name equal to. There may be more than one user whose first name is Wilson. Then I ask you to fetch all the accounts. Where owner ID in. Where owner ID in users. Every account will have a owner, which will have the ID of the user. If owner ID is in that list of users, fetch the records. The second requirement is clear for everyone. Fetch the IDs of the user. In the account record, we are going to have a field called owner ID. If owner ID is in that list of users, fetch the data. Right, Amma? Okay. Let us go to the next one. Now this you have to make it. Now, how do you get the role? How do you get the role? How do you get the role? Where? Name equal to. Leave it. Where name equal to manager. Get the group ID. This will give you a group ID. Once you get the group ID, we have group members. User. Where? Get me the members of the group. Get me the members of the group. With the role. What is the idea of the role? First, your role and subordinate, public group, queue, all these data will be stored in the group object. When you give the name of the group, now when you give the name of the role, you give the ID of the group. If you get the ID of the group, write a SQL query to get the group members. With the role, who are the users? So what is the object we have? Group object, group member object. Group object, group member object. Group object, group member object. Group will contain name of the role. Group manager, group HR, group group public group queue. In that group, who are the members are there? With that role, who are the members? Their data is available on group member. Now, where is the ID of the user? So let us see the fields. Let me give you this. I'll just show you the data. What is the object we are referring to? Group number. User or group ID from. There are no records. If there is any group ID, if we give, we are going to get it. User or group ID is ID of the user who is available. Now, what we are going to do now? In this case, what we are going to do? Write a loop. Staff ID. Then we are going to take for group member. Users dot add m dot. So all the users who are the members of the group called manager will be getting. Then write a query to fetch all the accounts. So you need to form based on the logic. You need to have understanding of where the data is, on which object I have to write a query, from where I can get the required information. That is your analysis. That should be your analysis and knowledge on the subject. I hope you are good with this. So where is the data about the role? In the group object. How do you get the members of the role? All the user group member. Is the first clear? Let us take the next one. Members of the life queue. Complete this example. Write a SQL to fetch members of the life queue. Now do this example. Now, let us see the next part of the story. Here, we are going to give get the group members. ID or where ID. Then same story like what we did in the previous case. Write a loop, get the IDs of the users, then fetch it. So is the verse clear for everyone? Right, boss? So we are using the clause of in. In. If it is ID, list of S object, if you want to compare with the ID of that list of S object, straight away we can give. Other than ID, if you want to compare, write a separate for loop, get one by one value, put them in a separate list, compare it. I hope you are good. Everyone has followed this? Okay. Now, let us go to the next concept. We are trying to achieve the next functionality. Here we are going to use date functionalities. Salesforce has already provided some keywords for the dates. So with the help of those keywords, we will try to perform the operation. What are those keywords? Let me give you. Now, these are the keywords. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, last week, this week, next week, last month, this month, next month, last 90 days, next 90 days, last n days, next n days, next n weeks, last n weeks, n months, this quarter, next quarter. All these are what? This financial year, next financial year, last financial year, last couple of financial year. These are the keywords what they given. So I can give where date, where date, last. So get me all the records which are created in the last 10 days. Where close date equal to next. Where close date equal to next 2 weeks. Now what was that? Straight away the keywords they have given. Instead of you writing the condition, straight away the date keywords are given. Using these keywords, we can form the circle point. So what was that? Generally used yesterday, today, tomorrow, last week, this week, next week, next month, this month, last month, last. last n weeks, next n weeks, last n months, next n months. So this is the structure what we have. Are you getting my point? So these are some of the keywords what they have done. With the help of these keywords, we are supposed to write the SQL query. Now write a query. Write a SQL to fetch all the leads created in the last one. Now write these queries. So we had a list of leads equal to select ID comma last name, first name, read, where date equal to list of lead. Last n days. Then complete the remaining. This is how we are going to give it. Right, boss? Now, let us go to the next requirement here. So, we have seen this. Let us make this as a use case now. So, we have seen this. Let us make it as a use case. My use case is I need to create a pick list. This I'm going to get. So if I select this, get me all the opportunities which are going to close this week. Get me all the opportunities which are closed last week. Get me all the opportunities which are going to be closed this month. Get me all the opportunities which are going to be closed next month. So I want to create a pick list. Based on the pick list, whatever the option you are selecting, then I'm going to use it. Based on the pick list, whatever the option you are selecting, I'm going to use that, fetch the data. Now I'm going to create a list view. How this is implemented? Look at this. Today leads, we can create, otherwise you can go to opportunities, closing this month, closing next month, my opportunities, new last week, this week, what is that? Filter. Based on this filter, I want to apply and get it. Right. Here the question is, how will you create this pick list using Apex programming? In the Visualforce we have seen, now if there are 100 options, I cannot create 100 pick list options like that. So I have to make it dynamic. So how do you create a pick list option using an Apex, first point? How to connect that pick list with SQL query is the second point. Now my requirement is, we have just seen how to write a SQL query with the date keywords. But I want to make it dynamic. How will you write it? Did you get my requirement? So based on the option what you selected, I have to get it. Now, how to create a pick list? In the Visualforce, if you want to create a pick list, how do you create it? Select option. Item level, item level. Here we are giving select option. The same thing if I want to create using Apex. There is a predefined Apex class called select option. We have a predefined Apex class called select option. Select option OP equal to select option. Item value, comma, item value. First one should be item value, second one should be item label. So how do you create? Select option, OP equal to new select option, item value, item label. This is how we create an option. Are you getting my point? So we have a predefined Apex class called select option. Using this class, we can create a pick list. Now suppose if I have, can I have the option like this? Select option. While displaying, it will display Hyderabad. While we are fetching the data also, we are getting Hyderabad. Item value and item label, both of them are same. Okay. Basic structure is clear? Okay. Let me give you this example. SOCPOL example. Then we give SOCPOL example 5. First, initialize the memory. Now we are supposed to create the option. How do you create it? Select option. P1 equal to first item value, then item label. Label means how it will be displayed. Second option, then we have item value, next option, so till here, any query from your end, whatever I wrote here, let me know if you have any query on this. Select option, none. We have this week, last week, this month. 4 options I created. You are supposed to add this option to options.add. So what did you do? I created a pick list, added 4 options. First option, none, this week, last week, this month. Then go and display in the VF page. Select list size equal to 1. Select options. What is that? Select options. Where options are already created using a Apex class. So whatever the list of options we created, those list of options are displayed here. Select options equal to option. What is this option? In the option we have none, this week, last week, next week. Are you getting my point? Create the options programmatically, put them in the list, display that list here in the VF page. Then have a preview. And here we had none, this week, last week, next week. This is how we got it. I hope you're good. So now you're going to select any one of the options. Based on the option what you selected, I am going to write a SOCPOL code. So I am going to give here. Then I'm going to give stop. Then we are giving here such account is equal to. Now I cannot form a static query. Now look at this. I am forming a static query. What was the condition? If selected is not equal to. If the selector is not equal to none, then we are going to give account is equal to select ID comma name. Where create a date equal to colon. So look at the format. They're expecting what? Expression type string for a column, date and time. They're expecting a date and time, but what are we getting here? String. So static query is not going to work out for you. If the static query is not working out, what should I do? I would give string query. So wherever we want to use date and time dynamically, we are supposed to form a string. Then I'm giving response equal to database dot equal. Form the query where a created date equal to, because in the pick list, what is the value we are going to get? String. Whatever the option you have selected, that will come like a string. But we are trying to compare what? Created a date equal to, it also should be a date and time field. Created a date equal to date and time. But what is the value we are getting? String. Look at the point, boss. What is the value we are getting here? String. But where I am comparing created a date equal to string, I am comparing. There is a reason they are giving error. So what did I do? I formed like a SQL query like a string, then I am executing. Why you have to form a SQL query like a string? Because created date is in the date and time, selected is in the string format. Both cannot be compared. That is the reason I formed a dynamic query, then I am executing it. Okay. Now let us display the data here. Well, whichever the option I have selected, then go back to the Apex. Then I have to display the data table value equal to accounts model. Padding. Then I was supposed to display the data. Text column value equal to this how we created. So here we have rendered. What is the meaning of rendered? Don't display this when there are no records. Display this only when there are. Don't display this when there are no records. So go back to this. There are no records created this week, this month. SQL without requesting it. Now I am writing a query trying to display the value of industry without querying the field. I am trying to fetch it, so it has thrown error message. This is how we got it. Right, boss? Based on the data what we entered, we are fetching it. See, we are already trying to achieve. If you want to practice, I told you already. If you want to practice the scenarios, no need to go for any other project. Already existing CRM is there. There's a 60% of your CRM application is already built on the Salesforce. Whatever the CRM application which is already built, try to recreate with the programming. That itself is a scenario for you. Now, right now, whatever we executed is the same context, right? Same context. Click on this, we are getting a records. Now, what was this? Data table or a page block table? Data table or a page block table. So try to implement any one of the object. So when I click on the tab, get the list of design this page. What was this? Section header, pick list, command link, page block button. When you click on the new button, navigate to another page where we are trying to create a new record. When you click on save, record should be saved. Click on save a new, record should be saved. Come back to the same page. Cancel, go to home page. So whatever the existing functionalities are there, you design them with your Apex and Visual Force. You get sufficient knowledge. If you want to practice, to escape from practice, you say scenarios are not there. If you really want to practice, there's already a lot of objects are there, pages are there. Try to recreate them with your own knowledge. Right? So that's all from my end for the day. I hope people have followed these examples. Right. So tomorrow we are going to see parent child, child to parent circle.